Have you been feeling like something inside you is shifting? As if the world around you suddenly feels different, deeper, more connected? Maybe you're starting to question everything you once believed was true, or perhaps you're noticing coincidences that seem too perfect to be random. If this is happening to you, chances are you're experiencing a spiritual awakening. And no, that doesn't mean becoming a monk or living in the mountains. Our spiritual awakening is a powerful, transformative process that can happen to anyone, including you. In this video, you're going to discover the 7 clear signs that you're awakening spiritually. And by recognizing these signs, you'll be able to embrace this new journey with more clarity, awareness, and purpose. So take a deep breath, open your heart, and get ready to see beyond the veil of illusion. Have you ever had the feeling that reality is strange? Like the world around you is just a projection, and there's something deeper behind it all. This is one of the first signs of spiritual awakening. Suddenly, what once felt solid, predictable, and normal begins to lose its meaning. You start questioning everything. Why are we here? Who are we really? Why do we follow rules we never chose? It's like cracks begin to appear in the matrix, and you can no longer ignore them. That deep feeling that life is more than what the eyes can see is your soul whispering, "Wake up." A spiritual awakening begins when you realize that the physical world isn't the only world. It's the moment you begin seeking answers beyond the obvious, and that is your first step toward truth. You used to enjoy being surrounded by people, noise, parties, but now something has changed. You feel a deep urge for silence, peace, and introspection, not because you're sad or antisocial, but because you feel the need to reconnect with your essence. This is a clear sign of spiritual awakening. Your soul is asking for stillness, because it's in the quiet that the truth rises. You begin to realize that much of the world's noise, opinions, distractions, drama, was only pulling you away from yourself. And now all you crave is to hear your own heart's voice. If you've been seeking moments of solitude to meditate, walk in nature, or simply be in peace, know this. It's not a step backward, it's a spiritual cleansing. Your soul is stepping away from chaos to reconnect with the source. You look at the clock and it's 11:11. Then someone calls you and says exactly what you were thinking. Or maybe you find the answer you needed in the most unexpected place. That's not coincidence. That's synchronicity, the universe's way of telling you realigned with your truth. When the spiritual awakening begins, the veil between the seen and the unseen becomes thinner. You start to notice that everything is connected, that the universe is communicating with you constantly through repeating numbers, words, encounters, signs. Life begins to feel magical, as if everything is conspiring in your favor. And it is. Synchronicities are like little sticky notes from the universe saying you're on the right path. The more you pay attention, the more they appear. You feel uncomfortable when you hear someone lying, or you can easily tell when something is fake, shallow, or manipulative. During a spiritual awakening, your intuition becomes sharper. You begin to see beyond words, beyond appearances. What you used to tolerate now deeply bothers you. This happens because your frequency is rising, and when you connect with the truth of your being, everything fake starts vibrating outside your field. You can no longer tolerate masks, hypocrisy, ego games. This applies to relationships, work environments, and even the content you consume. Your soul craves authenticity, transparency, real connections. And that is a powerful sign that you're awakening. You feel others' pain as if it were your own, or you tear up easily from a song, a landscape, a story. During a spiritual awakening, your sensitivity expands. You begin to sense other people's emotions very clearly, sometimes even confusing them with your own. This happens because you're reconnecting with the field of oneness. You're remembering that we are all one. Your soul is showing you that separation is an illusion, and because of that you feel more empathy, compassion, and the desire to help. But be mindful, this heightened sensitivity needs balance. Otherwise, you can become overwhelmed. So learn to protect your energy without closing your heart. Being sensitive isn't weakness, it's a spiritual superpower, and it's one of the most beautiful signs of awakening. You feel like your life needs a new meaning, that following a routine just for money, status, or approval doesn't make sense anymore. This is another clear sign of spiritual awakening. You begin to ask, what is my purpose? Why am I here? What did my soul come here to do? Suddenly, goals that once felt important now feel empty. You begin searching for something more, something real coming from your soul. This discomfort with ordinary life isn't ingratitude. It is your soul calling you into purpose. And the good news is, when you ask sincerely, the universe responds. Little by little, opportunities arise, ideas come, and the path starts to reveal itself. The emptiness you feel is just the space being opened for something greater to be born within you. Even without following a specific religion, you feel that something greater is guiding you. It might be God, the universe, Source, the divine. The name doesn't matter. What matters is the connection. This is the most powerful sign of spiritual awakening. You begin to feel that you're not alone, that there is a greater intelligence taking care of everything. You feel guided by signs, protected by unseen forces, and inspired by something that goes beyond your ego. This connection brings peace. Even in difficult times, you sense there is a purpose. This faith, born not from belief but from deep inner knowing, transforms the way you live. You act more consciously, speak with more love, and live with greater presence. You realize that spirituality isn't something separate from life. It is life, its true essence. When you feel this connection deeply, you just know you have awakened. Now that you know the 7 signs of spiritual awakening, take a moment to look within and ask yourself, how many of these signs are you experiencing? Maybe you recognized all of them, or just a few. But it doesn't matter where you are on this journey. What matters is understanding that awakening isn't a destination. It's a process, a path of reconnection with your deepest essence. And even though the journey can be challenging at times, it's the most liberating one you'll ever take. If this video resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear this. And remember, awakening doesn't mean being perfect, it means being aware. You are here to expand, to evolve, to shine. And the fact that you're seeking is already a sign that your soul is ready. The universe is guiding you. Trust, you are on the right path.